You're alive. Yay, I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh, all right. So, how you guys? I know my arms look so swole. I've been trying to work on them really, really tough. Um, yeah, I have, honestly, I am, let's see, 69 cents. Oh, sorry, you guys. It's telling me my balance. I need to stop having my phone so much connected to everything. But, yeah, put this in the ball. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. I want to say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, so today I was getting ready to do my usual thing. I got up. Well, actually, I got up early, but it was still kind of late for me. Because I really get up kind of early. Tuck that in. Whatever. I can't tuck all that ponytail in. But anywho, um, I got up early, got my day started, and I noticed that this morning, y'all, it was at the crack of dawn. I get a text from somebody who I don't know. I never knew this number, like asking me, was I up? Did I start walking? Um, yeah, and that was kind of weird. Um, well, no, not weird because you kind of know what it is. Um, but it's making me think just because I don't want to say it's making me think. It's just keeping little tabs in my head of what's going on. About a couple of days ago, I had I had a guy tell me be careful on the railroad tracks. At my job, didn't know me from a can of paint, but just walked out of nowhere and told me that, and just walked on off. And then I saw what I saw the other day. About um the people on the street who were doing all that crazy stuff. So a lot of stuff has been weird. But today, like I said, I was walking my dog, and I was doing some other things early in the morning. When I say early, I'm not saying 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's around that time now. I'm talking about early. When the roosters get up, stuff like that. And I get that text, and I'm like, "Who is this?" Like, I don't know where it's coming from. So when I call it, it's just boo, 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 like texting. Then they text me again. So I'm like, hmm, okay. You know, so I go about my day. And then I get a message on Facebook, and it starts talking about, people from like back in the day, and, how these people are still holding resentment. I didn't even know they had resentment against me. And and telling other people what they did to me and how they went about it, and they can't understand why am I still successful. Now, they haven't heard anything, none of the traumas or none of the things that I went through, but to me it was a definite eye opener, and it reminded me of what my mom told me. My biological mom told me, um when handling certain things, you have to be careful. Be careful. And I'm not saying, hide your talents or hide your gifts, not by a long shot. You just have to be careful as to who and what you give your time and your energy to, and who you're sharing your good information with. You cannot cast your pearls to swine, because they're going to trample on it. They're not going to understand the value of it. They're going to try to tear it down. So, sorry, you guys, I'm like dead thirsty, like dying thirsty. Um, So yeah, basically, don't cast your pearls to swine. Don't doesn't mean that you have to be mean or anything, because I don't have any resentment towards them, or to the deliverer, because the deliverer has an agenda too. Some people don't understand that. Sometimes, most of the times, the deliverer has a reason for delivering that information too. Oh, I had to learn that because you're not thinking of that when you are trying to do something productive, or you share, or you're talking to someone who is a legitimate friend. Um, but I have noticed, that previously, before weeding out, and making my goals and what I'm assigned to my main priority, I had so many other people in the way, to the point where I was negligent on the fact that I had people who really didn't have my best interest at heart. They really wanted to see me go down. Y'all, I got all these spray bottles all on my vanity mirror, everything. How my little, even know how that doggone thing got there. But anywho, excuse my area. But I just wanted to make this video kind of quick. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Like I said, not to say to walk in fear. You're supposed to be walking by faith and not by sight. But God will show you. God will show you if you just listen to him and hearken to him. And when he tells you to move from some people, don't explain. I was trying to explain because I didn't want it to sound like I was being funny or anything like that. But some of those people, you have to do it. God knows before anybody else, y'all. Just leave. If they are your real friends and they are really for you, I promise you, the same God that told you to move and to stay away from them, it's probably something that they need to learn, something you need to learn, and they will be okay with it. The people who have all the most of the times the griping and everything, either they're not understanding the power of God, not understanding what they're supposed to be doing, or they're coming after you. They are coming after you, so yeah, be careful. Be careful. And show love carefully, with care, and be full of it. So I think that is about it. I know I was supposed to talk about something else. I know I sound like I'm okay. I was definitely supposed to talk about something else, but I definitely cannot remember at this time. Today is one of the busiest days. It's always the busiest day of the week because this is where I'm volunteering and I'm doing what I do for my nonprofit. And yeah, you're dealing with the homeless, dealing with people, with social services. So it takes a lot of my day. I wish I could remember because I know it was good. I know it was really, really good. But honestly, like I said, I cannot, I cannot remember, y'all. Like my brain has been going in like brain fart mode. And not only that, just what will I say? Because I have cut down and weed down some people and tried to get focused and more centered in God. Because you have to let go of a lot of things in order to get to the next level. But during this time, my brain has been overloaded because God will tell me, drop something right here, like drop this right here, go and do this. So I have to have my plate. I have to unprocess myself and then come back. I have to get filled up, push it out, and then empty it out, and then go back. So if you guys are seeing myself like blinking and this is why. Look, this is why. I can't. I'm trying to come on here as honest and as truthful as I possibly can because I do see a lot of people who are going through the process as me, and sometimes they don't even have the power to explain it because it's so dynamic. When you're really having a life-changing moment and it's changing not only you, and it's going to change a whole global, it's going to make a global impact. It takes a lot. I'm going to say it again, a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. And if you don't cut out and mold, when God tells you to cut out some things, and when he's molding, you're trying to hold on to something, it can make it disastrous. That's just like Have you ever made like glass and you blow into the tube and it's oxygen going into the tube and it's forming into a bubble? And if you have something in your mouth or some gum or anything, it can stain the glass. It can make it produce like impurities and things like that. That's the same thing as when you go and you're trying to do something and you're trying to produce something um, in the world, whether it's a business, whether it's producing a family, making your family structure better, building a home, anything that's dealing with making something better. If you don't shape it and get very direct and very centered, you will get dragged along, and you will have a lot of impurities that you could avoid it by making sure that the area was clean, and what was necessary was there, and taking care of the situations right there, versus going and then having to dig back up some things to make things work. That's just like somebody making a house on a faulty foundation, on a crooked foundation, instead of fixing the foundation first and putting the house on top of it. A lot of people do that now. That's kind of weird. But yet, no, it's not kind of weird. It's just people thinking that they can get away and they can get more money, and if they sell the house, they don't have to deal with the heartache. Um, which is bad. And when you get caught, it's kind of illegal. But anyhow, yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I just wanted to share that. Oh, that's what I remember. Okay, I knew it was going to end up to something. My mom, when I told her that I was going to first start my business in 2017, no, 2016, because I started it in 17. Um, the first thing that she told me, she said that it was a good idea because I really wanted my mother to get involved with this particular business that I have, not the other one, but this particular business, because where it stems from is dealing with me and her. How people scrutinize her and people scrutinize me, and this was a utensil that God had gave me. He gave me in a dream, like, this is what you're going to use. Even though they ridiculed you about this, I made you this way for my glory. So um and I started talking to her about it, and she was like, "Oh my God, that was so creative. Like, God really put that inside of you." And then she said, "Well, you shouldn't do it. And you have to be careful, because there are people that pray against your business, and there's people that steal your business ideas." Not, and I was like, "What?" And then she was like telling me, and I was like, "Yeah, I understand that. That's part of business. They tell you about certain things like that. But she told me, she literally told me this. And I was like, why did she say this? My mom said, there are people who get paid to pray against your business, and then they take everything that you have. So I was like, you know what? If that happens, I rebuke that. And I was so mad that my mother told me that. But then I prayed, and after a couple of days, God spoke to me and was like, it's true, but I was like, you told me this. I shouldn't, should I you told me this, so I know I'm supposed to do this. Do I still go? And I still did it. But it prepared me. The things that she told me prepared me a lot. Other people were like, oh yeah, or they tell me, no, I'll take that back. It was a couple of people who said, yeah, do it. But then when I actually did it, they was like, no, you don't have enough money to start a business. You don't have this and that. And my mom never told me that part. She was like, you're going to be able to do it, but this is what is going to follow. She literally told me what was going to follow. Now, I will say this. What my mama said was true. I want to tell y'all everything. My mom told me so many things that we are dealing with today that happened. As you can see it right now, and like in the physical as well as the spiritual, like it has happened. It has happened. It has happened. So I'm kind of certain when she said she was talking to God and all that, I believe her. I believe my mom. Yes, she has some issues. Yes, she has some skeletons in her closet that she needs to deal with. But we all do. We all do, and it's up to us to work on it. But I will say this: what she said was true. So, that's one thing that you need to understand. Everybody is not going out of their mind. And even if they are, doesn't mean that they're not right about certain things. So yeah, but be careful. Did I let that stop me in fear? No, because I knew that God had gave it to me. So no matter what, if somebody tries to take it and the enemy is caught, if the thief has been caught, he has to repay you. That's physical and spiritual. If they're caught, they have to pay you 7 times. As much, and they have to pay for your substance. A substance of what they're living off of has to be paid to you. That is legal as well as spiritual. So, and that's in every religion, every denomination. It's even in our books. In our books, people always talk about, the laws this, and some of the laws are kind of crazy, but you need to look in your laws, and look in your books, and you'll be able to see that some of these things work in your favor. Um, I think that is it. I'm going to hurry up and get up off of here because I need to get my mind cleared. Oh, that was a good blank. I have to get my mind clear and I have to get ready to go to work. Hopefully, something I said or done has helped you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And thank you so very much. Have a good day. Bye.